Hi, welcome back to my Minimalist-ish series on decluttering and organizing on a budget. So this episode in the series will tackle another trouble spot in my house. As I mentioned on a previous episode, I live in a fairly small house, just over 1,000 square feet, and the house only came with 3 closets, one in my bedroom, one in my stepson's bedroom, and then we have one utility closet in the main living area. The floor of this closet has the trapdoor down to our basement crawl space. The utility closet, it holds our vacuum, our broom, our mop, and just kind of a hodgepodge of things. It also holds our daughter's car seat because there's no real other place to put it in the house. It definitely kind of sucks to only have, one utility closet, but that just kind of highlights the need to get it organized, get any unnecessary stuff out of there, and make it a functional, workable closet. The other spot in the house that I need to reorganize is underneath our kitchen sink. That's kind of where all of our cleaners are housed, all of our cleaning supplies really, besides the vacuum, the broom, and the mop. As I mentioned, those are in the utility closet, but everything else is just kind of squished into the under sink cabinet underneath our kitchen sink. So I really need to address that as well. So if you're new here, I'm Rebecca. Hi. On this channel, I make videos about frugality, budgeting, small space living, doing more with less, and intentional living, as my family and I make our way out of nearly $130,000 worth of debt. So welcome. Okay, so with this declutter and organization, we'll start with the first step like we have been with the other installments of this series. Step 1 is assessing the trouble spots. So as I mentioned, our utility closet is also the entry point to our basement crawl space. There's a trap door in the floor. While the utility closet isn't like totally jam-packed with stuff, everything is just kind of sitting on the floor. So it makes it a really big pain in the butt to access the crawl space because basically everything needs to be moved out every time we have to go down there. Freeing up floor space is going to be, I think, kind of the main objective of our utility closet declutter. And the under sink cabinet in the kitchen, that really is jam-packed. Like, it's about to explode every time I open the door. So that I really just need to thin out stuff that we don't use anymore or that, is empty. And then also just kind of taking stuff that doesn't need to be in that cupboard and moving it elsewhere in the house and then organizing what's left. So step 2, again, is purging. The big purge in this episode is going to be under the sink because most everything in the utility closet is essential stuff. We need it. And obviously this probably goes without saying, but if you're going to do your own purge of cleaning products, please make sure that you first check how to dispose of each product. It can be dangerous, to pour things down a sink or a toilet. That's really not advisable. So really do your research if you're planning on doing a similar purge. Information on how to dispose of cleaning products can usually be found on the product's website, or usually on the product itself. There's like a phone number that you can call to ask questions like that. So again, please do that before you get rid of cleaning products. Step 3, again, is going to be organization. And in this particular installment of my decluttering and organizational series, organizing is actually the most important step. Usually it's always purging, it's always getting rid of stuff, but in this case, organizing is actually the most important step. Because as I mentioned before, figuring out what can come out of the sink cabinet and be put into the utility closet or elsewhere in the house, and figuring out how to organize all of that is going to be the most important step. So obviously, under the sink, we're keeping all of our cleaning products that we still use, and that's because we do have a toddler in the house. So those cabinets, all of our bottom cabinets in our kitchen have locks on them. So that's where all the cleaning products need to be locked up where the baby can't get to them. But there was actually a lot of stuff that could be moved from the under sink cabinet into the utility closet, things like light bulbs. We got like a toolkit when we first moved into the house in a little tool bag. That doesn't need to be under the sink. Microfiber cloths, like all those things, I feel fine with putting into the utility closet. I don't feel like they necessarily need to be locked up. So I bought this pretty reasonably priced little utility cart on wheels from Target again. But you can find similar ones, like on Amazon or elsewhere on the internet. This was a really helpful storage idea because the cabinets on wheels, it can just be wheeled out of the utility closet when we need to access the crawl space. I also bought a tool holder that my husband very kindly installed in the closet so that we can get our mop and our broom off the floor. And we finally just mounted our vacuum cleaner on the wall as well, since we already had the holder for that. Some of the vacuum attachments I put into the little utility cart. So now the only thing that remains on the floor of your utility closet is the baby's car seat when it's not in use. That's where we have to store it. The closet and the cabinet under the sink, they just are visually more appealing now, and they function a lot better as well after this declutter and organization. So I found that doing these little minimalist-ish declutters and organizations super helpful because I don't have a ton of money. As I mentioned, my family and I are trying to get out of debt. So I have a very small amount of money that I can use to buy these little organizational helpers. But it's kind of amazing to know that even without a lot of money, like, you can make things work a lot better in your house and just look better and feel better. It's really going to help kind of set a nice tone for the new year to have everything a little bit more organized and pared down. Change really is possible whenever you're ready to make it happen. So all I really had to buy for this declutter and organization was that little utility cart on wheels and then that tool holder. Again, both bought from Target. I love Target. Who doesn't love Target? I already had the little 3M hooks in the closet to hold our reusable grocery bags. And under the sink, I was using a bucket that we already had for cleaning to hold kind of some of the smaller cleaning solutions. But here's the total. And that's going to be it for this installment of this Minimalist-ish series. In January, I'm doing a totally no-buy January. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.